But he also talked about the SEIU and what they did for the people that are pushing for this $15 minimum wage. I don't know if you've heard the story or not, but back in, I think it was 2012, is when the National Labor Relations Board said that a company like McDonald's could be held liable and had to follow their franchisees. If they had franchisees and the SEIU wanted to organize them, then they were, if the franchisees did not allow the SEIU to organize, they could be held liable. Okay. Flip this around. The people that are holding signs outside of McDonald's, most of them are not being paid the $15 an hour. They're not unionized. So when they went to the SEIU and said, wait a minute, we should be unionized, guess what the SEIU said? Oh, we're the company, you're franchisees. We don't have to represent you. Wait a minute, something's wrong with that picture, I think, isn't it? You know, where it's good for the goose but not for the gander. My opponent is, locked in with those people so much that if she gets elected, we're going to see higher taxes. We're going to see, the bathroom bill become law. We're going to see a legal pot, even though that may happen, whether she doesn't get elected. Just anything that you want to look at and say, this does not represent the values of Worcester County, and especially Leominster. She represents those values. She is very so much against us. Howie mentioned how we're pretty much a red state right now. It's the red state of Worcester County, as I call it. Scott Brown took this city by 63%. Charlie Baker took both elections up here by 55 to 56%. Right? So we have a great opportunity to win, but we're not going to do it sitting on our butts. Okay? We have to get out and work. We have to match her on election day, making those phone calls, getting our people out to vote, and to do that, we need everybody to help. And I just would like to thank everybody for coming, and I encourage you to volunteer and help us. We can win this election, but we can't win it by sitting on our butts and expecting it to happen. We have to be proactive, all right? I tell everybody, when I took this opportunity to run for election, I made a commitment. I was told that to remember one thing. If I'm elected, I'm being hired by the people of Leominster to represent them on Beacon Hill. And I took that to heart. One thing you have to realize is that if I am elected, I will not ever forget who put me there. I will be your employee, and I will work for you as long as I'm in office, okay? Howie said I shouldn't, talk about term limits, but as I have to point out, most of you know that I'm not as young as I used to be. Term limits are going to be a fact of life, I guess, for me. By natural,
You're not going to serve for as long as Billy Bulger did?
I'd love to be able to. But the other thing that that you're going to find out about me is I am passionate about Leominster. My opponent keeps saying that she was born and raised in Leominster. Well, I wasn't born and raised in Leominster. I chose to move to Leominster. I chose to move to Leominster in 1974 because of a business opportunity. Right? I fell in love with the city. It became my second home. It didn't hurt that the football team had blue and white colors, the same as my high school football team, and that was a plus. But I fell in love with Leominster. And my opponent has lived in Leominster for about 30 years. I've been a resident of Leominster for 45 years. So I don't think she has anything over me just because she happened to be born here. I mean, I chose to move to this town, and I think I exhibit the values that people in Leominster want to see. I am as blue and white as you can possibly get. I don't go to all the football games. Somehow I can't seem to work in my schedule, but I do, follow the team. I think it's a great city, and I want to represent you, the people of Leominster, in the State House. And I want to do your job for you. I want to keep taxes lower. I want to, bring more jobs to Leominster. And I'm going to fight this opioid crisis like crazy, okay? I don't know how you guys feel, but I've been doing a lot of research on this, and it is just, it's going to take out a whole generation of people if we don't get out there and stop it. And we can't, do it by putting people in jail. We have to, look at different ideas and see what we can do to come up with some solutions that get people off of drugs once they get hooked, if they get hooked, and prevent that from happening in the first place. Leominster is, right now, the median income in Leominster is $10,000 less than what it is in the rest of the state. Our unemployment rate is 1% higher than the rest of the state. We need to bring good jobs to Leominster. I have ideas, and there are 2 bills I want to file as soon as I get elected that will help bring in about 500 jobs to Leominster right away, all right, if they're passed, all right? So, I don't know. Have I talked long enough? Mike says I've talked long enough, so that'll be it. Thank you very much for your time.